Hi, English 1 students. Welcome to week 33. This week we are going to be talking about 9.04 and 9.05. So actually in the next 5 days you only have 2 assignments. And again, the readings are directly in this coursework. You can find them at the very end of the very last section of each of the following ones. Now, what we're going to be talking about is Act 1, Scenes 2 through 5. So that will take us to the end of Act 1. So this week, and then starting next week, you're going to do the quiz on that, okay? So you'll be doing number 4, which is O Romeo, and then you'll be doing 5, which is Meant to Be, which is Act 1, Scene 4 and 5. And there's a couple key things that we're going to talk about. Number 1 of them is identity. And there's a famous line, "What's in I name? That which we call a rose, by any other name would smell as sweet." So it starts to look at identity, particularly, who were Romeo, who were Juliet, who were the Montagues, who were the Capulets, and how important that is. There's also a couple major themes, which would be virtue versus vice, youth versus age, and then masculinity versus femininity. And then there's a couple very key literary devices that Shakespeare's known to use. One of them is irony, and the other one is foreshadowing, which kind of gives a heads up as to what's coming up. So as you read through this, I want you to consider this. Can loving too much kill something? And early in the play, Juliet talks about feeling like a pet bird. And what I want you to do is consider, what does she mean when she says that she feels like a pet bird, and what can often happen to pet birds that are loved too much. So I wanted to show you very quickly what these units will look like. And again, we're going to go right into chapter 4. And it gives a very nice rundown, okay? One of the nice things about this is it kind of tells you what's coming up. It breaks down your vocabulary. And here's a link to review the entire play of Romeo and Juliet. Now, this is written out in entirety. So you're more than welcome to read through this. And again, I encourage you to use an audio version of it to read along, so it kind of helps make sense. And then we're going to get directly into that, and we're going to start talking about love, because I know you guys love talking about that, right? And then also, you can always find the specific scenes for the next unit coming up here. And again, I encourage you to use the study guides every single week. They really will help you when it comes time for your quizzes and your tests. And it also does a nice job of laying out the plot and the characterizations and everything that you'll need to know to truly understand and to really delve deep into this play, okay? So that will be 4, and then what you're going to do is you're also going to do number 5 this week. And I should kind of give you a heads up, next week is a little bit busy, so if you get ahead and you want to go ahead and take the quiz, you can certainly do that, okay? And again, here we're going to be just talking about, what it means to be, and we are going to be looking at, just some of the different things that are used, such as fairies, monks, throughout this writing, okay? So, as always, I'm here to help if you guys need anything at all, and I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with, and I hope that you're enjoying this. All right, thanks. Bye.